Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream tonight. How y'all doing? Just received the ARC. Nice. We are here for tonight's Eviction episode of Big Brother 27. That is what we are doing. Marissa, thank you for the second month there. Christine, thank you for the 37th. Thank you, Miss, for the 150 bits. Underscore, thank you. Thank you for the subscriptions, everyone. I appreciate it. We're here tonight for the eviction. Probably I said this earlier. Probably the lowest stakes eviction we've had in a little while. Becca, thank you for the $1 over on YouTube. But you know, I'm fine with that. Jill, thank you for the 26th. As of right now, it seems like the vote will be Kelly leaves if she doesn't win Blockbuster. Catherine leaves if she does. That is what we are expecting. Let's get the prediction running here. Commercial by 5:13. Let's do 5:14. Why not? Brian, thank you for the 6th. Thank you all again for the subscriptions. Tonight, I am gonna try to test something here. See if it works. Slightly. All right, I'm doing a test stream on Patreon. I just got an email today about live streaming on Patreon. So I'm doing a test stream for just to test it myself, but if you are in the highest tier, you can check it out. The idea hopefully being that you can watch the episode over there. Best chance at winning Blockbuster? I feel like it's gonna be Catherine. Elizabeth, thank you for the $4 over on YouTube. Arabin, thank you for the 41st month. Main girl with 20 in a row. Looks Shannon, let me know if you can hear it if I do that. I did see the preview, yeah. Trunks, thank you for the 3rd, and Merchant, thank you for the 17th. All right, muting the Patreon thing again. Fergie, thank you for the 16th. Is it skill or trial and error? I would say it is speed, luck, skill, in that order. Oh, that's perfect, Shannon. Okay, so if this works, my idea is, if it's possible, that I will be able to stream an enhanced version of this watch party on the Patreon. That will allow you to see more of what's going on. That's the idea. All right. Starting for some people, not quite for me yet. Hunter, thank you for the $5. Need someone not in the judges to win. Catherine, thank you for becoming a robot over on YouTube. Let's go, says Julie. All right. Episode started.
As a woman is guaranteed to go home.
Dan, do I think we lose feeds next year over the Riley issues? Got the book. Nice. No, there's been way worse than Riley. I did see Riley's interviews. You don't hear it now. I wonder what happened. Was it when I shared the audio with the stream? Also, feel free to chat in the Patreon chat so it doesn't get lost. Oh, that fixed it? Perfect. Let me also know what the volume is. It's basically hard to check. Just check my own audio with that particular stream, but. This is a very long intro. Yes, there's so much like outside of the house drama today. From frenemies back to enemies. All right, I upped the episode volume. Chief Justice. I mean, I guess I should be a little bit louder. Honestly, the primary thing I'm looking for in this episode is the Keanu Vince conversation. You know that saying, "Fool me once"? I don't know. I just feel like Kelly felt it, and I feel it too. I just feel like this is Kelly's time. Oh, of course she is. Come on. Everyone needs to know that confidence is built through competence. Okay, not yet. That room is a death trap, let me tell you. Come on, Lauren. You know, there's a reason you look at paper sometimes, Lauren. Sarah, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the Robot Army. I really do think it's a wash, the decision between the two of them. Kelly's hard set against them, but Catherine has Lauren to influence her to stay off of Vince. Make your little eggs. What was that? What was that random grabbing of Lauren's hair? Here we go. Here we go. Something within him. Should we name it? Yeah, they're butchering this. Rachel walking in is not the funny bit of this. No commercial, yeah. That's just disappointing. All right. No commercial. Did she say we're doing Blockbuster already? Certainly not. We need some campaigning, right? Um. Okay. Okay. Do we see the Ava eavesdropping scene that I described this morning? So my thing is that I feel like the edit is too determined to just like boil out all of the impurities, if you know what I mean, to quote Ashley. Um, they wanted to turn that scene into like an actual motivational scene instead of what it was, which was at times genuinely heartfelt, but in a kind of sad way. Fran, thank you for the $5. If Catherine leaves, do you think they'll be on the block interviews again this week? I don't think so. But I also like I don't think anybody's going to be trying to like ambush her with Riley questions. Because that's not really like on her, you know. But it just feels like they took out the funny raw stuff and they tried to create something else from it. Which is unfortunate because it was a very funny scene. All right, we're back. We're back. Let me know if the audio is back on Patreon as well. Perfect. I feel like we're ignoring Morgan here by focusing on Rachel. Rachel was on board for a bit, but Morgan's been the primary pusher. Oh, here we go. Thank you, the 14th. You can see her already in the top left. This literally happened last night during the episode, so they really turned this around quick. I bet they cut out some other, like, red herring stuff to fit this in. If you didn't watch this, just wait. Just wait for Ava's face. It's funny too because Ava was just talking about how like weird it's gonna feel to leave the house and go back to real life. Oh my god, to stand there and glare too. They really had to stretch to try to make this vote relevant. Like relevant to the vote. Someone said Riley jump scare and you weren't kidding. strange way of saying that. All right. Oh. Something went wrong with the prediction. What? It won't let me resolve it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Ava eavesdropping. Yes. Okay, that worked. Whew. That was close. Who wins Blockbuster? Ava, Catherine, Kelly. That is the prediction. So the competition, I watched the preview, is the one where you have to like create a path for a ball to go down and get to the finish. So basically, it's like you have 3 options of where to put your block of wood at each given point on the ramp, and you have to choose the right combination of places to put the blocks. Julie was basically able to do it first try. She just had to change one thing. And then she had it. It could very well go any direction theoretically, but being fast is definitely going to be helpful. Like if there was somebody that was going to be much faster than the others, I'd put my money on them. I do think Ava might be a bit slower, which is why I would give her a slight disadvantage. All right. I can't hide chat for others, but I will hide it for myself. The jewel case is wild. So there are definitely some significant ways to screw this up, which is to not test the ball. Julie was I don't know. I'm assuming that's allowed because Julie was testing it. Though none of them are doing that. Okay, maybe it's not allowed. Not looking at chat. So they're all just full guessing right now. I believe the middle one was correct for that first or that second block. They all chose middle though, I think. I'm not a fan of how Catherine set up her third and fourth. I think Kelly has a better one, as does Ava, which is the same as Kelly's. Ava being slower. Ava has the exact same setup as Kelly, so if Kelly's works, it's over. I don't think Catherine's is right, so this might be Kelly. Yep, Catherine messed up third and fourth. Kelly, I think, might have it here. She does. Just faster than Ava. They can't get her gone. I'm sorry, Catherine. What a thing to say with Ava right there. All right. Kelly did it. She sensed her defeat, but it wasn't to be. I mean, pretty impressive for both her and Ava to nail it in one go. I guess they should have made it harder, if we're being real. It was one of the blockbusters with the lowest stakes, but even with that, it felt fairly tame. Just very sort of like low key. Ava really just needed to hustle. I'm sure she wasn't looking at what Kelly was doing, but the second that Ava locks in with the exact same answer as Kelly, but slower, she has no chance of winning. Rosebud, thank you for becoming a robot over there on YouTube. All right. Next up, vote count. Maybe Kelly is Tucker. Well, I think Tucker lost this blockbuster. Let's see. We've got 8 votes. We'll go. Catherine should. Oh no, it really could be. It could be a whole number of things. It could be 8-0 Catherine, 7-1 Catherine, 6-2 Catherine, 5-3 Catherine. Can we talk about this? This was actually a very good result for Morgan, who really stood on the vote for Kelly and was going to get in some trouble for it. But now Kelly is staying, and so that actually worked out for Morgan. Six Kelly. I think I can get every vote scenario. All right. Every vote scenario accounted for. Sorry, I put Kelly instead of Ava. There we go. Person's name is the person being voted out. Person evicted, so vote accordingly. It really could be all over the place, in my opinion. YouTube is in slow mode, actually, Steph. Should we make it slower? Basically, you didn't see all over the place as an option. Yeah, a vote like Lauren could go with the House. She said she really wants to vote with the House this week. So I could definitely see her vote going in that direction. You have people like Keanu, people like Kelly herself. And then you have like the other direction, which is like maybe there is a world where they no, there's not. I mean, things have been wild. Things have been wild so far. Imagine the 4-4 Ava eviction, 2%. All right, we're back. Grand, think of the $2 Vince impression. Oh no. Freaking Kelly won again. I'm pooping my pants. Wow. No need to campaign. I think this vote is going to be pretty lopsided. I don't think Lauren's voting Catherine to stay. She wasn't that close. She completely missed. Ava was way closer. I do think that's a funny argument that people make. Is like, well, nobody's going to vote Ava out. You're all going to go home sitting next to her, so you should vote her out now. Like, but the second we're willing to vote her out, she's no longer unvote-outable. I mean, I'll give Catherine this. She was faster than Kelly, so if she had not messed up her block, she would have won. So in that way, she was close. Mickey looks incredible tonight. Like, if this is what she looks like on week 7 eviction night, like, what has she got for finale? There it is. All right. Like I said, pretty lopsided, I think. Even Keanu going in that direction. Could be unanimous. We'll see. We'll see where Kelly goes. Kelly's probably your best hope for a 1. Lauren probably the best hope for a 2nd vote. Getting more questions about the interview. I mentioned this earlier. I really don't think that they would cancel interviews for Catherine. I mean, speaking for myself at the very least, like I mentioned this earlier, I would not ambush Catherine with Riley questions. I just like she didn't do anything wrong in the Riley situation. I don't think it would be appropriate to ambush her with that in that setting. She can learn about it in her own time from her own people. I certainly could ask her about how she feels about Rachel Riley and. Do you really think that her kids aren't proud? The hairy neck. um People are saying stuff like you're gonna hate it when a comp piece is dominating the AA arena. If we didn't expect the comp piece to be Kelly. I think we could probably fit a hairy neck question in. I think that could be pretty funny. Kim, thank you for the $10. Would they put a restriction on the interview to say no Riley questions? I haven't really had an experience with them restricting questions like that in an interview. They may have done, I think they did it for BB Can might have done it, but I don't think BBUS I've experienced that. But who knows? Given what happened with Riley. All right, we're back. We're back. Something I hadn't considered. Ava did already hear that Lauren was going to maybe do this, so there wasn't as much incentive for her to actually not vote Ava out. Wow, look at that. Nearly unanimous. I'm sorry. That was so awkward in the hallway. They just keep coming. How many votes are there? Genuinely, this was a big break for Morgan because today before feeds went down, Mickey was throwing her under the bus to Catherine. Catherine knew that Morgan was pushing hard to evict her. All right. 7-1, Catherine. 19% chose that result. Just over 7 days ago, there was a very, very real world where Catherine, Riley, Lauren were running this game. That was so funny. Yeah, the week before that, it was Zach, Vinny, Morgan, Mickey. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. All right. Final prediction. Do we get goodbye messages? We are 1 week away from both Keanu and Kelly making the jury, which is so wild. Never in a million years would have happened. In a non-blockbuster season. Brian, think of the $2. Ask her about Showergate. Do I think Julie will mention Taylor and Travis's engagement? I would assume not. Could you imagine? You're like not really a Swiftie or anything. You just got evicted, and Julie's like, by the way, did you know that Taylor and Travis got engaged? I would be like, Taylor Hale? Who's Travis? Yeah, Taylor Hale and Travis from BB23? What? DX would be devastated. All right, we're back. Julie loves this. She was trying to get Mickey earlier today, and Mickey was giving her the runaround. Mickey was like, I definitely got you. Oh, she knows. Rachel. A couple of weeks ago, it was last week. Wait, did they show Mickey's face? I wasn't even paying attention. What are we doing here?
What are we actually doing here? This is so dumb.
Andromeda, thank you. Julie, what are you doing? That's not only continually inappropriate, but you're just setting her up. Fran, thank you for the $2. Is Angela the mastermind? They're talking about Keanu. Why did we come off of them gossiping? Fran, think of the 5. Hyping her up just to see her fall. Yeah, I mean, it's just like I just continually am disappointed severely by the choices that production's making when it comes to Riley. Like, you didn't have to ask her about Riley. You just didn't. You didn't have to. You canceled exit interviews because you know that something's going on. You did not have to ask those questions. You chose to. Continuing to double and triple and quadruple down like you are Keanu. I genuinely feel like I don't trust them at all to be the ones talking to Catherine now. I hope that she is able to communicate with her family and not talk to people at CBS, because we did get goodbye messages. Yeah, let's do a who wins HOH prediction. There are 9 players. Ava, Kelly, Rachel, Lauren, Morgan, Mickey, Will, Ashley, and Keanu. I will do my best to remember in the morning. Assassin, thank you for the $2. Does Kelly beat Rachel if Vince put her up? Honestly, it seems likely. Kelly played a near perfect version of that. Rachel would have had to have been first try correct and faster. I don't think Kelly was like super fast, but she definitely did it quite quickly. Simply, thank you for converting. Big money on Rachel and Ashley, a little bit on Morgan, then Keanu and Will right now. Interesting. Yeah, apparently now I have to let Catherine know who was actually in the judges. That was wild. I can't believe they got that wrong. She said Morgan, but the picture was Mickey. I mean, definitely one of the slower eviction episodes we've had in a while, but that's honestly not that much of an indictment, considering how exciting they were the last couple of weeks. Honestly, just left a bad taste in my mouth about the whole Riley stuff with those questions. That's really the main thing. It looks like the Patreon stream worked pretty well, so I think I'm gonna keep trying this for now. I think, you know, we have to be a little bit careful. I think I probably won't leave the the VODs up for too long. But maybe like a perk for the higher tier patrons, to have the enhanced view of the episode and me for the future. So we'll try to like properly launch that at some point. All right. That's about it. Yeah, we'll still stream here, of course. I will be on the podcast tonight. And well, it'll be the same stream, Twitch and YouTube, just basically on Patreon. I'll just also stream on Patreon. Friend with a $5. In all seriousness, wish Cat the best and get support from people that want the best for her. Yeah. Yes, I'll be on the podcast. We'll hang out. I'll have an update tomorrow. Taran only Patreon, yeah. It's where I'm doing this style of content where basically you can see the episode with me in the same thing. That is what we're doing over on Patreon. Yes, I need to finish my food. So I'm going to do that. Jump on the podcast. We'll have an update tomorrow, Q&A over on the RHAP Patreon. And hang out some more. Ashley with the $2, thank you. Lauren HOH, Morgan Spirals with Vince. I will say it would be hilarious to see Vince spend all his time with Lauren during a Lauren HOH. But she would go after Rachel. And it would be a nightmare of indecision. Anyway, thanks again for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Check out the Patreon if you haven't already. If you're interested in some of the other things I got going on, make sure you check out the book. And I'll see you all over on the podcast.